What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here bringing you some more Series 8 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. Today we're using the final restricted, serious restricted that I haven't used so far in Reshiram. This is a really cool team built by Paul Ruiz, and I think it does some really interesting stuff. I think particularly worth pointing out is that Reshiram with Wild Charge and Rising Voltage, which you really don't see very often. It also does have Thunder Wave, so it can do a lot of really interesting things. You do have Grimmsnarl, also really interesting because it doesn't have screens. And I feel like everyone really expects Grimmsnarl to carry screens. This one doesn't. It also does have that Babiri Berry to help take some steel type attacks. There is a Rillaboom with Miracle Seed, pretty standard. And the rest, the rest of the team is pretty standard with Urshifu being, just what Urshifu does. And then Suicune, which I think is is one of my favorite Pokemon, honestly. I think it's just such a powerful threat, both defensively and offensively, with things like Tailwind and Helping Hand, but also having speed control in other ways with Icy Wind. So it really is a very adaptable Pokemon that can take some pretty big hits. So I really am excited. I'm glad that we managed to finish through all the serious restricteds, and then we do still have some other time, which, like I said, will mostly probably just be my Players' Cup team until the start of the next season. So yeah, with the team introduction out of the way, let's just hop right into the first game. All right, battle number one, and it is Giratina Origin, which is really not something you see every day. It's Giratina Origin, Whimsicott with Kartana, Urshifu, Rotom, and Mamoswine. I definitely want Urshifu and Reshiram. I think it makes sense to have them in the back. Rillaboom has Fake Out. The Fake Out into the Kartana. I mean not Kartana, into Whimsicott makes a lot of sense. I do I do Rillaboom? Rillaboom what? Rillaboom. I'm gonna go with Rillaboom, Reshiram with Urshifu, and then Regieleki doesn't really do much. Suicune. I'm gonna go with Grimmsnarl in the back. I think this might be a game more focused on utilizing Urshifu than Reshiram, but I still think we are in a pretty good position. I think if we can get rid of Whimsicott with Rillaboom, that should put us in a really good position overall. So they're gonna lead Whimsicott Giratina. I really just am focused this turn on stopping the Whimsicott from setting up Tailwind. I know what the item is on Giratina, so I don't have to worry about weakness policy. And so, I do feel really good, especially with Urshifu in the back. So, what? They have... I still think Fake Out, and then... Blue Flare... This is hard. I'm going to go with Blue Flare. Even if they do switch, it's not like they have anything that can necessarily take a Blue Flare. So they're going to just go straight to maxing Giratina. Oh, wow. This thing looks wild maxed. Not going to lie. I wish Giratina Origin form were actually legit, because this is I think it's just one of the coolest designs overall. My Reshiram disappeared. It's back now. Okay, so they do get the Helping Hand. I'm hoping Reshiram is Reshiram is faster. I get rid of Whimsicott, which I don't know if does the Pokemon on the right? No. Reshiram has just disappeared. I'm glad I have that recorded. Yep, it's just not... There's no way this is normally what it... Am I just not seeing things? Wild. Okay, I'm going to bring out Urshifu. I think it honestly might make sense to max Urshifu to hit through a max guard. They're gonna bring out Mammoth Swine. Um, hmm. Do I Grassy Glide? I could. I'm gonna Grassy Glide into Mammoth Swine, and then 130. Wicked Blow is a guaranteed critical hit. I'm just gonna go for the straightforward Wicked Blow. They're gonna Ice Shard probably into her Shifu. They're gonna Life Orb on the Mammoth Swine. They're trying to double up to break Sash. Oh, that hurts. Wicked Blow onto Giratina. Doesn't do enough. Yeah, now Giratina's going to be able to, Max Swarm win, most likely into Urshifu. Urshifu's Sash is broken. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, that's not weird. I'm still thinking back to what happened with my Reshiram. Well, we're down to Grimmsnarl and Rillaboom. I think still Grassy Glide into the Mammoth Swine. Fake Tears isn't going to help me much. I'm going to Spirit Break into Giratina. Yeah, it's tricky because I don't... They're probably, going to Max Ghost? Grassy Glide, doesn't connect. I think this might be the last turn of Grassy Terrain, which is why they did that. Oh, wow! That hit way harder than it was supposed to. That is scary, quite contrary. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I mean we're at -1 defense. I think at this point they can safely just target into Rillaboom. Yeah, because even is there a way I can come back from this? I can max guard to try and get some HP back, and then Spirit Break into Mamoswine. And then what? I can Scary Face into the Giratina. But I mean they still have their fourth, which I haven't even seen. And this is honestly just like attempted fodder more than anything. It's so low on HP. I also just I don't know what happened with the Reshiram. That was weird that it glitched out like that. Yep. Let's see. Okay, if we can knock out Shadow. Oh, ooh, good read into Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl takes it super well. And then this should hopefully pick up the knockout onto Mamoswine. Yep, Mamoswine's going to go down here. So now they're down to their fourth. Yeah, Rillaboom just doesn't have good damage into Giratina, unfortunately. So what? I would need to one-shot whatever. Oh, okay, just kidding. It's Urshifu. Yeah, I mean that's game. Unless the Urshifu is not Focus Sash, because what I can do actually. Oh, Urshifu is Dark type. Yeah, let's double up into Urshifu. Yeah, I can't even. Oh, close combat into Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl lives, which is actually a big deal, depending on where Giratina hits. Oh, wow. Okay, so I get the Drum Solo off. Drum Solo is going to... Yep. Urshifu goes down to its Sash. And now the question is where... Okay, they're going to Shadow Ball into Rillaboom, and Rillaboom lives. This is actually a really big deal, because now I can safely get the Urshifu down with Spirit Break, and this means oh wow, Grassy Terrain hasn't ended either. That's shocking. Why are there so many turns of that it was the last turn. So I do have one more turn of of Gmax. So let's drum solo into Giratina. And do I scary face it? Scary face is tempting. What if I don't scary face? I get 2 attacks in. Yeah, let's just spirit break. Um, they are going to protect, which I think is a legitimate call. This will let me get a drum solo through the protect for just a little bit more, very bare minimum, little bit more chip damage. And then, yep, Spirit Break is not going to connect. I think now, yeah, now is Mind Games. I think it's not worth. I could Woodhammer. No, I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna protect Rillaboom, and no, I feel like you definitely evaluate the threat as Grimmsnarl more. So I'm gonna double up. Yeah, double attack. Grassy Glide is gonna do nothing. Yeah, it's barely gonna touch Giratina. Giratina Shadow Ball, yep, into Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is going to go down. My only chance, quote unquote, only chance is like a super critical hit with a Woodhammer. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Woodhammer should not do nearly enough to finish it off. But hey, we can hope. Yep, not close, but not enough. Yeah, this was close. This was actually a lot closer than I initially thought it was going to be. I felt like very early on the game was over, and I think the fact that with just Rillaboom and Grimmsnarl, I was able to hold my own for so long was really impressive. Dewey, yeah, let's see their team. This is actually a really cool team. Giratina with, oh wow, a pretty solid overall bulk. It does have Shadow Ball, Draco Meteor, Earth Power Protect. Then they have Prankster, Whimsicott. Pretty, oh wow, it is no speed investment because it is Trick Room and Tailwind. Not something you see every day. Kartana, yep, Assault Vest. With a pretty standard set, you do have Urshifu, another really standard set. Unfortunate that it is Focus Sash. Very bulky Rotom, pretty straightforward overall. Mamoswine. Mamoswine was definitely, yeah, Mamoswine was scary, and I think the fact that it really put my team in a risky predicament was unfortunate. I think if I'd gotten a little bit more damage onto the Giratina early on, it would have made a big difference because it was just like it was fighting in the end. But I mean, this was really close, and this was a really cool team. And yeah, let's just hop straight into the next one. Okay, battle number 2, and it is Kyogre. It is Kyogre, Whimsicott, Lapras, Rillaboom with Moltres and Rhyperior. Yikes. I mean, Rillaboom is great because of the fact that Rhyperior, it hits into Rhyperior, it hits into Lapras, it hits into Kyogre, and their only really good answer for it is Moltres. And having Suicune is also really good. So I do like Rillaboom, Suicune. I think potentially a risky lead, depending on what my opponent does. Grimmsnarl is actually really relevant. Do I want to bring Grimmsnarl? Reshiram just isn't that good of an option. Yeah, Blue Flare doesn't hit my. I mean, I think it does have its merit. Grimmsnarl is tempting. Do I do Grimmsnarl or do I do Urshifu? I think Grimmsnarl, or I could do Regieleki. I do have enough stuff that threatens the Rhyperior, and I could bait it. Let's go with Grimmsnarl. I do definitely want to play a game or two with that Regieleki, because I think it's really interesting. And my opponent also got really close to time, so I wonder if they timed out. I mean, that would be great, because then they don't have Rhyperior. So let's see what they bring and if it matches their team. So oh nope, because they're leading Moltres Whimsicott. Yeah, Rillaboom. That's tricky because Rillaboom will get one shot by a max Airstream. And yeah, that's tricky. I can't hit it with Grimmsnarl. I think still Fake Out into Whimsicott. And if I Fake Out into Whimsicott and Icy Wind, I need to knock out Whimsicott. Yeah, this is really risky, I think, because if I don't pick up the knockout, because now what I'm hoping to do is they're gonna speed boost, knock out Rillaboom with Airstream, and then they're gonna lose the boost as a result of Icy Wind, and they're gonna lose Whimsicott. And if I can do that, their Moltres will be at neutral. It might have a special attack boost, but I'm actually not potentially worried about that. That did a ton. Yep, there's the Airstream into Rillaboom. Yep, Rillaboom's going to go down. I think it's unfortunate that I had to fodder Rillaboom, but I think, yeah, if I can get the knockout with Suicune, I think I'll be in a decent spot. Connect, please. Oh, wow, not even close. Oh, God, I thought that was going to do so much more. But good to know that the Moltres is not policy. So, yeah, I mean, I have to bring out Reshiram at this point. Yeah, oh, that was so unfortunate that it did so little. Let's Max Flare the Moltres, I guess, and then Tailwind. What's nice is the Moltres is out of Berserk range right now, so it's not necessarily the hardest hitting thing around. And while this Reshiram doesn't have a lot of bulk, it does have some. Very minimal, but enough. It has 28 HP and 4 special defense, but we'll take it. Oh, and well, there's the increase in power. There is... Okay, cool. I am faster. This, oh, wow. Yikes. Yikes. That did absolutely nothing. Max Darkness into Reshiram. Please live. Okay, wow. Okay, Reshiram tanks that. This does let Suicune get off a Tailwind safely. And now what this means is, I think given the damage output, I feel like a Helping Hand Sun boosted Max Flare. What? No, it's like not gonna do anything, but I still have to go for it. Yeah, because I think Whimsicott has to tail. Oh, they didn't tailwind. Oh, they could have still been tailwinding. Yep, they're gonna Fake Tears into Reshiram. I am gonna put it into Berserk range. Yeah, because this is not gonna KO. Because oh, so close. This is, yeah. So Reshiram's gonna go down, which is frustrating. Yeah, they're gonna Max Darkness here. It's going to take down Reshiram. But what? I can bring out Grimmsnarl, and because Grimmsnarl is faster under Trick Room, I do have the option of taunting the Whimsicott. God, my damage output is so terrible. This is like genuinely embarrassing. I think I have to taunt. Oh, their max is over. So I think taunt into the Whimsicott. Let's taunt here, and then this Scald should be enough to finish off Moltres. And if that's the case, I mean, this looks really hopeless. I think my opponent just like clearly outplayed me on the lead. And Whimsicott is still faster than Grimmsnarl. That's... Yeah, wow, that's shocking. I did not know that Grimmsnarl is that slow. That's a lot of damage on Suicune, but it does put me in berry range. Let's hope that we can get the knockout with Scald. Whimsicott is... Oh. We don't even get the knockout. Yeah, my opponent just very clearly outplayed with the lead, and I have no damage output onto this Moltres right now. And I think even if I can't even deal with a Whimsicott. They're gonna Whimsicott, into Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl's gonna almost get knocked out. Fiery Wrath should actually just finish this game off. No, it doesn't. I mean, both of my things live. Icy Wind probably was even really risky because I could have missed. Whimsicott takes a good chunk. It'll lower the speed, which is nice in this giant war of Tailwind. Grimmsnarl flinches. Yeah, I don't... Is there a way... Regieleki is so tempting, but the fear of Rhyperior... Oh, and there's my Tailwind petering out. But yeah, I think because of the fear of Rhyperior, I couldn't afford to just go for attacks willy-nilly. Oh, there's... Yep, Kyogre in the rain. I can't stop it. I can Scary Face the Kyogre. It doesn't even matter. That Water Spout will knock me out either way. Pity. I do want to see, though, if they have the spread for... Yeah, I mean, the only way is if they had protected, but there's no reason for... I do want to see the spread of that Moltres. I don't think they brought Rhyperior. I think they just kind of like baited me, and I bit it real hard. I think having Regieleki would have been really great, but at the same time, I also have... Regieleki actually would have been perfect because of the Wild Charge. So I could have protected turn 1 to bait out the Rhyperior, and then responded from there. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Do they have... Yeah, let's see their Moltres spread. Their Moltres spread is... Oh, Kyogre with Scarf, didn't matter. Whimsicott with a Focus Sash. Very standard. Taunt Tailwind. Lapras with the G-Max factor. Light Clay Lapras. Oh, interesting. Rillaboom. Don't care. Where is Moltres? Yeah, this is a really bulky Moltres, which definitely allowed it to set up. Oh, wow. It had a Assault Vest. Oh, what? It's Assault Vest, but it has Protect and Nasty Plot? What? How? Do you knock off with Rillaboom? What? What is this team? Taunt, High Horsepower, knock off Grassy Glide. Assault Vest. Okay. Quick Claw Rhyperior. At least it's Lightning Rod. Rock Wrecker. Interesting. Rock Wrecker, Helping Hand, Fire Punch, Earthquake. Yeah, Kyogre Drizzle. Wild. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but let's just hop into the next one. Battle number 3, and we are continuing what I'm guessing is, or what I'm hoping is Series 9, with no restricted. It is Galarian Zapdos with Whimsicott, Dragapult, the Tapu Fini Duraludon, and Aegislash. Everything about this says Urshifu Reshiram. I honestly think letting them set up, though, or not set up, sweep in the late game is more important. Wild Charge, Rising Voltage. I'm trying to think what makes the most sense. Zapdos is Defiant. Do I care about... I like Suicune, because I feel like if I can get speed control, I'm in a really good spot. Let's do Grim Suicune. With Reshiram and Urshifu in the back. And I think the plan is to be a little bit passive in the lead. What is the fear? The fear is Galarian Zapdos. Yeah, that's the fear. Galarian Zapdos getting an Airstream off. Because I can't really have damage output. So if it gets +2 when I still have both my things around. Okay, well, I don't have to worry about that because it's going to be a Dragapult and the, what's it called? Whimsicott. I think I can't, yeah, I'm going to go for, do I want a Spirit Break? Is that the best option? I'm going to go for Spirit Break and Tailwind. I think I need to at least keep up with the Tailwind battle. What I'm hoping is what? I don't actually know if they want to max here. Because like this lead is so passive and like you're essentially going to waste max turns. Right? That's what I'm thinking. You waste a ton of max turns just trying to deal with this passive lead. But I mean, what my opponent doesn't know, okay, so they are maxing, is like, yeah, this is so hard because Grimmsnarl doesn't have screens, and I like really would have liked screens, or Thunderwave would have been cool too, but just given the fact that Dragapult is, what's it called, Clear Body, you can't really take advantage of that. Yeah, there's the max Airstream into Grimmsnarl. It does a pretty sizable chunk. Whimsicott is not going for Tailwind, interestingly enough. It is Life Orb, good to see. So what, Moon? Oh, Taunt. You're going to Taunt onto Grimmsnarl, which is fine by me. Wait. Their Whimsicott doesn't have Prankster. That's the only way this scenario happens. Spirit Break again, and Icy Wind. Yeah, they have a non-prankster Whimsicott. Max. Oh, because wow, Dragapult's so fast. This is gonna let me bring it back down to just +1 speed. I feel like. No, yeah, that thing is so fast. What is this Whimsicott? What are these teams? We do... Well, okay, but I mean, I can pretty easily Sucker Punch. I feel like Sucker Punch or Shifu at this range should knock out Dragapult. I'm not super worried. And we can just go for another Icy Wind. This is very confusing. Also, how is their Whimsicott fast? Like, faster than Suicune? Is it Choice Scarfed? It might be. Did I miss a Tailwind on their part? Okay, so they're just gonna withdraw They're max. Okay. Um, they're gonna send out Zapdos, which is actually a really good play. You're gonna Memento me. Okay, so it's not. It's not. What is it called? Choice Scarf. Icy Wind is gonna give Zapdos an attack boost, or yeah, it's gonna give it the Defiant boost. But what? On the plus. Oh, do you have White Herb? Oh, you have Weakness Policy. Very scary. It's not the end of the world necessarily because what? I still should outspeed. Right? What is going on? Yikes! That is a scary Zapdos. And I have one turn of Tailwind. That's Wicked Blow into Duraludon, and then Scald into Zapdos with the goal of getting a burn. Yeah, so I have to Wicked Blow to take advantage of the fact that it ignores my attack and special attack drop. I do have Reshiram as a max option in the back, which does actually make me feel decently confident. It will outspeed the Zapdos. Good damage into Duraludon. Obviously, I would have liked to crit. We're going to hopefully burn this Zapdos. Nope. Drill Peck into Urshifu down to Sash. And then what is the Duraludon? Are they going to double up into Urshifu? Dragon Tails into Urshifu. So this lets me bring out Reshiram. Oh, I didn't even know I was taunted. So I have to knock out Zapdos this turn. And I do know what they have in the back. So it is tricky because they can hit into me with a super effective move, but I still need to... I'm going to just go for Max Flare, and then... Help. Tailwind. Yeah, I have to Tailwind because I have to outspeed Dragapult when it comes back to guarantee... Right? Yeah, I think that was... No, I actually probably should have gone for Helping Hand. But, like, I feel like Max Flare stab when Zapdos is that low should easily knock it out. Yeah, there's no... It's Life Orb, too. There's no way this doesn't take it out. Perfect. And then, what? Duraludon is going to Dragon Tail me, which hopefully doesn't do too much. And then I'll get up a Tailwind safely. Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse is going to do a pretty decent chunk. Now the question is, how do I deal with the Dragapult? I'm tempted to... the Dragapult's low. I think then the correct play is to Quake the Duraludon and go for an Icy Wind, because that way, what my thought process is, okay, so yeah, I'm going to hit first. This should guarantee that even if for some weird reason I had been outsped by the Dragapult, it would have been fine. But yeah, that's not going to happen. I do get the special defense boost, and now we just have to deal with this Dragapult. The Icy Wind, yep, connects. I don't think it'll knock it out. Right? Will it knock it out? Okay, it will. Cool. I was going to say, worst case, they Phantom Force, and then I can max guard and then do some shenanigans there. But yeah, no such thing there. I really want to see their team. Please say their team is public. They're not. Okay. Well, this is weird. This episode has been super weird. Let's play one more and see if things continue to be this weird. All right. Last battle, hopefully. This is a team. This is Regieleki, Kyogre with Weezing Gigas, Rotom, and the, what is it called? And Urshifu. Urshifu, I could do Urshifu. I'm thinking Urshifu Regieleki. Is this Aleki max speed? This Aleki is not max speed, which is actually a little bit tricky. I think that this is my best option into Gigas Weezing, because what I can do is I can Thunder Wave the Gigas and then hit back with Urshifu. So I think this makes sense. Reshiram, Grimmsnarl's tempting, but the Weezing makes it hard. I think Rillaboom. Do I want Rillaboom? Yeah, Rillaboom is good. It can deal with Regieleki. It can deal with Kyogre. It can potentially deal with Breaking Sash on Urshifu if that becomes a problem. So yeah, this is going to be really, I think, really dependent on how my opponent leads. But what is nice is they don't have a clear way of Tailwind. Okay, so they did do Regigigas Weezing, which is what I expected. So the tricky question is actually I don't know, is Wicked Blow or Close Combat more into? I'm gonna Wicked Blow. I always forget. Wicked Blow or Close I'm gonna Close Combat. And Wild Charge. I'm gonna Thunder Wave the Gigas. They are going to, they're gonna max it. What would actually be really spicy is if they protect the Gigas and break my Sash and see that I have Thunder Wave. But let's see. Yeah, I mean they have to max strike into Urshifu. Yep, okay, they do protect. That makes sense. I need to connect with this Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave does connect, which is huge because now that Gigas has a chance of just not attacking at all. I am going to get a Close Combat on, which, wow! Because it was a crit. I was like, wow. I severely underestimated the ability of Urshifu. Okay, so you're going to hit into Regieleki, which makes a lot of sense. I think then, yeah, I mean, at this point, Gigas should be slower. I think Reshiram makes sense, because now what I can do is I can max Quake into the Weezing slot, and I should, yeah, I'm going to Wicked, I should still be faster. I'm going to Wicked Blow here, and then I'm going to max Quake into the Weezing, because what? Gigas is at -2, Urshifu is at -1. It's 97 versus 100. So Urshifu is definitely faster. The tricky part is Reshiram doesn't have max Airstream, which I guess is nice. Max Dragon or Dracometer is a little bit, what am I saying? Max Quake is a little bit iffy, but I think boosting my special defense to stop a potential Kyogre is really crucial. Yeah, okay, so they're most likely going to Will-O-Wisp my, they're going to Will-O-Wisp into the Urshifu slot, trying to stop me from picking up the knockout, which is, that's the only thing that would make sense. Right, here comes Sludge Bomb. Oh, wow. Yeah, Wicked Blow, not going to take out the Regigigas, but I think, yeah, definitely another Wicked Blow and max Quake the Weezing. So what I'm hoping is if I pick up a double knockout, they have already brought out or not, what am I saying? If I pick up a double knockout, they're forced to bring out Kyogre and not be able to max it. So what that does mean is I can change the weather to be sun, and that'll significantly reduce the damage output done by Kyogre. The only fear, the fear is if they do Regieleki Kyogre in the back is actually what scares me, because then what they can do is they can go for an Electro Web. They can Electro Web and then Water Spout, and that should theoretically pick up a KO. But they do bring out Kyogre first. Okay, so it's Kyogre Rotom, which I'm actually feeling really good about. What is Urshifu at a speed drop? Urshifu is, right? Yeah, Urshifu's at -1. I think Sucker Punch. I could Wicked Blow. I'm gonna Wicked Blow, predicting a Protect. Max Flare. I have Rillaboom in the back. Yeah, I need... that's so tricky. I need to actually max... I'm going to max Wormwind into Rotom. I'm not actually worried about... Oh, wow. Kyogre... I did not think Kyogre is faster than Reshiram. But Reshiram is super bulky. Yeah, wow. Look at that bulk from Reshiram. Just eating those hits. I mean, granted, it's super high special defense investment, but still able to just do a ton of damage. Picks up the knockout onto Rotom, not that it matters, and I mean that even if they like were to live, pretty much seals the game, because now I have Rillaboom in the back. They would need to double KO my Reshiram and Urshifu, which isn't unheard of, but then I can just fake out and Grassy Glide. So let's just Sucker Punch and go for Earth Power. I don't want to risk missing, and that Kyogre is at such a low health that it doesn't even really matter, but I don't want to take any chances. And yeah, cool. Kyogre goes down. Glad we were able to get a normal battle, quote unquote, for... I mean, no, that battle was very, like, what I expect, and not some wonky stuff. But yeah, we finished all of the restricteds that are serious. Let's check out their team just to show that everything is normal. Ooh, cool. Nice. So they have, wow, interesting. Just Light Screen on Regieleki. I guess it does make sense. Choice Scarf with Kyogre. Okay, so that explains the speed difference with a very standard set. I'm shocked they didn't actually go for Origin Pulse. I mean, not Origin Pulse, Water Spout, given the fact that they were Choice Scarfed. There is a Slow Start Regigigas. Yeah, very standard. Heavy Slam, I think, is interesting over something like Ice Punch, but it also does make sense given the fact that you do have Kyogre on the team. Weezing, I always think it's weird that people run max speed on Weezing, but we have very different approaches to Weezing. And then, yeah, Rotom, and then standard Urshifu. Oh, not standard Urshifu. U-turn. Is it banded? Choice band. Where is the... Oh, because the sash is on Weezing. Nice. Very cool. Like I said, I'm glad we were able to win, or to finish it with like a pretty straightforward team. We'll be showing off my Players Cup team for the rest of the series, and then pretty soon I'm going to have to change my intro. So until next time, I hope all of you are great.